If you're watching this video, then you want to know exactly how to spot a fake buyer for real estate investing. And the easiest step to spot a potential illegitimate, a fake buyer for your real estate deal, simply ask that buyer for a proof of fund. Most legitimate buyers, whether it's a cash buyer or an institution buyer, they will have a zero problem producing a proof of funds letter for you. Now, you have to be careful with the proof of funds letter because there are a lot of people that have been creating fake proof of funds. So do your due diligence and call the number on that proof of funds letter and really see if it's legit. Now, folks that would supply proof of funds are brokers. Brokers do deals with their clients. You have hard money lenders, you have private money lenders, you have banks, of course. Those are some of the institutions and folks that would produce a proof of funds letter. Step number 2, to figure out if the buyer who's looking to buy your deal, a true buyer or someone that's just blowing smoke or potentially just looking to wholesale and daisy chain your deal. Ask them, how soon can you close if title is clear? Any legitimate buyer will say immediately or as soon as title is clear, we can close. Anyone that you ask that question to and they go down a rabbit hole of how they've closed thousands of deals or how they need more time, three weeks or whatever the case, anything besides I can close right away after title is clear should be a red flag immediately. Now, this doesn't mean that they may never close on a deal in the future, but just at this particular point for the deal you're working, this is a red flag. You want someone that's quick, that can come in as soon as title's clear, close that deal, and let's move on to the next deal. So that's step number 2. Tip number 3 on how to spot a fake buyer. It's really all about listening when you're talking to that potential buyer. You can spot a wholesaler pretty easily these days because they all say the same thing, the same lines, right? They'll ask you for either 14 or 21 day inspection. They'll ask you for permission to market the deal to their partners. They'll also tell you, hey, I've worked with a lot of partners and I have to share this with them and see if they would be interested to partner with me. They use the word partners. I'm a wholesaler myself. We use the word partners. And so that's another way that you can spot folks that are just looking to daisy chain and not really buy and close on your deal. They also use the words a lot like ARV. You're talking to a seller, there's different lingos and levers that you have to pull when you're going from a wholesaler to a buyer. And so as a buyer, yes, legit buyers do use the words ARV, but wholesalers never know how to turn that off. So every word and every verbiage is either ARV or comp or, just all the verbiages that we use, they translate that as well when they're looking to wholesale somebody else's deal. And so that's tip number 3, is how to spot another fake buyer. Tip number 4 on how to potentially spot a fake buyer. Simply ask them, are you the end buyer for this deal? More times than not, I've asked that. And I will give this to some of you wholesalers. You straight up tell me, Eric, I am not the end buyer. I would be wholesaling this deal. I potentially have buyers for this deal. Sometimes just asking straight up will give you a straight up answer, right? And if they sense that you're serious and your demeanor is, hey, are you even the end buyer for this deal? More times than not, they know the gig is up, and so they'll tell you. Number 5, sounds like I'm beating up wholesalers. Number 5 is even when folks want to JV with you, you have to listen and see exactly what they're saying. Because folks will tell you, you have a list of thousands of cash buyers in the area. I'm sure we can move this quick. And really, if you read in between the lines, every wholesaler does the same pitch when they're using this platform. When they're using InvestorLift, every pitch from every wholesaler is the same. I've got access to thousands of buyers, thousands of flippers. A lot of my partners do deals there. And what they're really saying is, hey, I want to take this deal and market it on InvestorLift because I don't see it being marketed there. I've asked so many times potential buyers, do you really have thousands of buyers, or are you marketing it on an investor list? They almost stumble upon their words because they're not expecting me to know what's going on. And so that's another potential way that you have to be careful. Tip number 6 on how to be careful or how to spot a fake buyer is do your due diligence, right? Ask them questions, right? What type of deals have you closed on aside from this one? Or how many deals have you closed on in the past 3 months? Do you have HUDs, right? What's your business name? Let me look up your business name, right? And really the reason you're doing this is you're looking for people to weed themselves out. 9 times out of 10, you don't even have to do the deep due diligence. Just the verbiage and the words and your demeanor and how you're presenting yourself, they'll weed themselves out because they'll tell you, all right, let me text you the info, and never text you. So don't be afraid to pull their card and ask them, what exactly are you doing with this deal? Is this a flip for you? Is this a rental after you fix it? And if so, what numbers are you seeing on the back end, right? Ask them these questions. You will spot the fake buyer pretty quickly. Tip number 7 on how to spot a fake buyer. If it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. These are the folks that are like, I can close right now. I've got 10,000 in earnest money. Just send me the assignment. No problem. I'll close right away. You know, in hot markets like Arizona, in Dallas, San Antonio, when you have institution buyers, this could be the case. However, they always provide 1 or 2 or 3 more of the steps that we just went over. But if it does sound too good to be true, then it probably is. Yeah, Eric, I'll close right away. It's no problem. Just send me the assignment. Okay, when do you want to walk the property? Oh, no, don't worry. I don't need to walk the property. I don't need to see anything. Just send me the assignment. I'll get it going. What? So be careful with that one. And one of the last tips I'll leave you with is the email scammer. The one that only wants to write to you via email, never wants to get on a call, doesn't text, is only email, and they take days to reply. Not even hours, days, right? You send them a question or a list of criteria that you need, and it's like they almost wanted to build everything that you asked them to. So if you ask them for proof of funds or info about the company, it's like they go and create a profile, a fake profile, and then email that back to you in case you look it up. It's already there. I've had this happen. And what that reminds me of is back in the early 1990s, 2000s, where we had the Prince of scam. I think it was like the Prince of Africa or something like that, where they would get you to send them money, and you would get this thing, whether that's a car or anything. Like that was a big scam back in the days. I almost fell victim to one of those because I was young and stupid and gullible. But really, in all, this is one of many ways of how you spot a fake buyer. If you've ran into any of these buyers before, leave a comment below. In this video, I go over exactly how to find a true cash buyer using Propstream.